Hey, creative writing. It is Miss Smith. This is week 2 of e-learning. It's also week 2 of the fourth quarter, um, or the second quarter of this particular class, creative writing 2. Um, I hope you guys all had a good first week. I know that there were some challenges, some confusing things. We're all making it work, okay, guys? We're all making this work together. So, um, if you have not um, done last week's assignment, you're going to need to do last week's assignment before you do this week. Okay. So if you need to take a pause and kind of go, wait, what did we do last week? Go ahead and take a pause, watch the previous video, go back onto Edsby, follow the directions, and then come back and see me. Okay. So here's what we're going to do for this week. Yes, we are continuing fan fiction. Yay! Okay. So the assignment is really actually fairly easy this week. So the biggest thing you're going to do is log on to your fanfiction.net account. And you are going to go ahead and first of all, you're going to set up your profile. So that includes things like your bio and your what they call your avatar. It's basically your profile picture. And you will see when you do step 2, which is follow Tiger Journalism 20. Yeah, just how it's spelled, Tiger Journalism 20. And there's a link in the Edsby description of this assignment, by the way. And if you're logged into your fanfiction.net account and you go directly to my link, you can just click follow really easily and it'll automatically connect you. All right. So if you will see on mine, for example, there is a picture of a tiger. It's actually the tiger that is in the courtyard at our school. So it should be recognizable for most of you guys. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set up your profile, and you'll see under, if you want an example of that, you can go and see what mine is. So you can see the picture. You may have a different picture that you want to do. If you know you're doing something on, Star Wars, you might want to do a Star Wars picture, or maybe you drew something cool, or maybe you just want a generic, sunrise or something. Go right ahead, whatever. Pick any picture you want. You can just do an A if you want to. I'm okay with that. And then for your bio, put whatever you want for your bio. You'll see if you click on some of the other authors, you can see like they'll have links to this is what I wrote, this is the kind of stories I do. You might just want to put like, I'm just here because my teacher is making me do this for creative writing. That's actually a decently repeated bio, by the way, because this is actually a fairly common assignment now for creative writing, because we know that this is a natural evolution of writing. This is also where you can get essentially published, because that's actually what I'm having you guys do, is you're going to be publishing your writing. Scary thought. Yeah. Um, but here's that. That's essentially what I'm grading you on. Setting up your account, so your name and your picture and your bio and following me. That's essentially, if you do that, your assignment's done. Easy 25 points, right? Okay. But your assignment's not really done. That's the only thing I'm actually going to grade you on, because here's what I want you to do. I want you to read. Yeah, you're going to get to read. So once you, by the way, have your uh, profile set up and you're linked and everything like that, you'll see towards the end of the week, I will go ahead and basically I'll be following you. You'll get notified that Tiger Journalism 20 is following you. Once you do that, you can see all the other people I followed. I will only follow the people in this creative writing class. So that means, yeah, that means that you can actually go on there and follow all of your classmates if you want to. And actually, you probably should, because I will be assigning some things to comment on other people's work in the future. So think about that ahead of time. So once I have essentially added you to my network, then you know that then your grade is good. Okay. What you're going to do for reading is really simple. You're going to go, and by now you should have narrowed it down to what you want to write about. If you know you want to write about Star Wars, then you're probably right now already reading a bunch of the Star Wars fan fiction. If you know you are writing in general about comic books, great, start fine-tuning that down. Maybe you specifically know you want to do DC, maybe you know you specifically want to do Flash. Great. Maybe you've gotten to that point as you read. That's part of what kind of narrowing that down actually helps. Now, the advantage is fan fiction does help you narrow it down. It does say, okay, these are books. Maybe you just want to do a book. These are some books to list in. They even have genres under each one of those that you can actually go through and kind of figure out what you want to do. Just start thinking, kind of narrowing it down, because this is the kind of thing you want to do. You're also then going to want to start following authors or stories. Well, both. So authors, when they update, no matter what story it is. So say you have someone who writes a Star Wars fan fiction, and they also write an Anne of Green Gables fan fiction, and they write a Spider-Man fan fiction. So every time they update, no matter what it is, you are going to get an update that they have posted. Now, maybe on the Star Wars one that you're doing, or it may be on the Anne of Green Gables one that you're like, I have never read Anne of Green Gables. I have no idea what this story is about. However, if all they write is Star Wars, that would be a great idea, because they might write like 5 or 6 different stories. A lot of these authors are balancing a bunch of different stories. However, if you just follow the story, every time they upload a new chapter, you will get notified. So you can be like, oh, great, that story uploaded. That's so good. I can catch up on what's happening with, Obi-Wan Kenobi as he's exploring Tatooine. Okay? So there's a lot of different things here. So again, go ahead and start following people. Start really seeing what's out there. You're going to start, the ones that you really like, the ones that you're really going to appreciate. Absolutely, go right ahead. Then the other thing is I want you to start doing is I want you to start reading the things called reviews. On the website, on fanfiction.net, there's a thing called reviews, and that is their comment section. The reviews can be super helpful, like, okay, I see where you're going with this. Is this where you're headed? It kind of reminds me of this story, and I like this new twist you're doing on this character, and there's a lot of really good things. They even do really good constructive criticism, like, okay, this chapter's really good, but you misspelled this character's name, or hey, you referred to him by this weird, whatever. But they're usually generally positive. Then you'll get some people that will come on there and they'll do the negative ones, like, man, your story's total crap. I can't believe you're on here, blah, blah, blah. And you're kind of going, wow, this is where you are in life. I'm so sorry. I just want you to be aware there are terrible people out there. There are terrible writing out there. Just, it's life. Okay, guys. So you're just going to focus on the positive, and you're just going to pretend the negative, like, yeah, whatever. I'm so sorry. That, just remember, it's about them, not you. So just put it into that box. All right. So start really just kind of going through. If you really feel compelled to write something, maybe a story is really sticking out at you, just say, man, I'm really loving where the story's going. Thank you so much. Or I can't wait to see where you're going next. I mean, feel free to go ahead and do that. I mean, start interacting with people. This is part of the beauty of fan fiction, is a lot of the user interaction. So please, if you're comfortable with that, go right ahead. I mean, it's a little weird, it's a little awkward, because you're essentially writing to strangers, but they don't know you, you don't know them, so it's not weird, just don't get personal. All right, so just start thinking about that, just this is essentially what you're going to do, because you're going to want feedback on your writing. You really always want feedback on your writing, because you're always writing for somebody. So think about that. And writers really, really like knowing that somebody's reading their stuff, okay? So that's kind of the progression of this right now. I want you to start thinking about that. That's essentially what I want you to do. The other kind of thing I want you guys to remember is that you should be journaling. Maybe you're thinking, oh crap, that's right, I haven't journaled since before spring break. Pick it up again. You still need to be journaling. I don't care if it's, man, day 37 trapped in the house, whatever day. I'm sure some of you guys are counting. Whatever it is, I want you guys to journal. You guys are living in the middle of a historical event. One of you guys is probably going to be, I don't know why, I just think about this, but somebody is going to write a book about this. Keep the journal. This is firsthand history. So when you guys meet up again in 20 years for your high school reunion, and you guys, especially you guys who are seniors, you guys are, people have been calling you guys the COVID class, which, I hate that term. We need to come up with a new term. Creative writing, we need a new term. Ideas, put them below. But 20 years from now, when you guys come to your 20-year reunion, what kind of memories are you going to have? And you guys as creative writing who have journaled for a good portion of the year, what kind of things are you going to remember? You're going to remember them more vividly. You're going to go through your parents' boxes one day, and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, this is my creative writing journal. And you're going to read through it going, oh my gosh, yes, it's going to be with your yearbook. Buy a yearbook. So that's kind of things you're thinking about. Journal. You're going to want to remember this. I know right now you're thinking, I don't want to remember anything. One day you're going to want to remember us. You're going to want to remember the things that you did, and it's considered firsthand information. You guys are going to be a very reliable source about what happened. You're living through history right now. It's going to be very, very crucial. Just keep journaling, guys. In addition to the fact that you need to be writing every day, you're writers, write every day. This is a great source for it. So if you have any questions at all, comment below. Edsby message or Zoom meeting Wednesday at 1. Don't forget, guys, Wednesday, Zoom meeting. See you then. And yes, I will love to answer any of your questions. I miss you guys a lot. I'll see you Wednesday, though. All right? Bye.